Welcome back here for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 957, we're going to talk about Zopandrel, the Hunger Dominus. Now, this was from All Will Be One, I do believe. And yeah, I think this is one of the few old slick cards that I own. Anyway, we got a 4/6 reach at the beginning of each combat, not just yours, each combat. Double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. You can spend some mana or some life, sack two creatures, put an indestructible counter on this. This thing is what every green beater player wants. You know what I'm saying? We all want just big creatures doing, play creature, turn it sideways. And getting an unnatural growth in the command zone is pretty good. For reference, unnatural growth is also in here. At the beginning of each combat, double power toughness. This makes your team just ridiculously large, and a need for granting trample, this well-used primal rage. But first, we have to ramp out all these big creatures. So let's get to our ramp. The beautiful part about this is like the creature ramp, like the Llanowar Elves, stuff like that. They don't do nothing when you don't need the mana, because if they double, I mean, they're a 2/2, and they're another body for your overrun. And I mean, I've played this deck in the past week and swung for 10 with all my 1/1s. So, I mean, 10 apiece. So Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic, Finhorn Elf. Of course, we got our one artifact ramp, the Soul Ring. Circle Dreams Druid is kind of ridiculous with some of the cards that I'll call back to it. I'll let you know. Frontier Guide is amazing because, I mean, yes, it costs 4, but you just rapid growth every single turn. Or more if you've got our good friend, the Seedborn Muse. Gwenna is awesome because, most of our creatures are going to be power 5 anyway. Wood Elves, and everybody's favorite Cobra. But then we've got, Rampant Growth, Nature's Lore, Ranger's Path, Migration Path. Traverse the Outlands can be a beast of a card. And Hour of Promise. Now, card draw wise, we have Soul the Harvest, which kind of fits the bill. We want big, beefy creatures with trample anyway. And then non-token ETBs, you get to draw a card. So that's... I use Garruk Primal Hunter almost in the same way that I use Return of the Wild Speaker, except it's sorcery. But then we've got our big creatures, right? We have... it doesn't really classify, but I don't have anywhere else to put it. Howl the Night Pack. We're in a mono green deck with tons of ramp, and getting, X amount of 2/2 wolves that are going to be 4/4 wolves is pretty strong. So this is in no particular order whatsoever. We're just going to throw them out there. The Uktabi Wildcats. You can sack force to regenerate. Its power tough equals number of force you control. Multani, same. Galta, 12/12 trample, baby. That's what it's about. The Terra Stomper, 8/8 trample. Nylea, other creatures you control have trample. Now, I know the ones you've seen already have trample, but the amounts of tokens and things, we need that. End-Raise Forerunners. I know it's a poor man's Craterhoof, but it's what I got. The Hand of Emrakul, 7/7. Ulamog's Crusher at 8/8. Goreclaw, making him cheaper. And, Goreclaw can tear up some stuff himself. Rampaging Balos, getting them 4/4 tokens. Stump Squall Hydra, among it and any number of commanders. That's kind of cool. Defiler of Vigor, man. This whole cycle of cards are, yeah. Nylea's Forerunner, passing out that trample. Prowling Sir Poppard, making sure your creatures are not getting countered. Ancient Green Warden, Scoot Swarm. Don't laugh at my river boy, y'all. I'm telling you, Island Walk Regenerate matters. It matters a lot. Jugan, I would have more green flyers, but there's not a lot of green flyers. So, uh, Ant Queen with that much mana production, woo-wee. And then Kogla, gotta have Kong. Eternal Witness, gonna get back something. And then our last creature, quote unquote, card is we're gonna say Awaken the Woods. Now, I don't play this card a lot, but I figure this is the deck to do it in. You're just getting a whole bunch of 1/1s. They happen to be forced. They trigger your landfalls, which matter. This is the deck to do it. Now, the most busted card in the deck is Kamal. Y'all remember back when I was talking about that Circle Dreams Druid? Yeah. The cool part is you activate Kamal before you go to combat during your first main. I've activated him 3 times and then gone to combat. Then all that gets doubled and trample, and you just start taking players out of the game. Asceticism protects your creatures. Of course, Blanchwood Armor, Rancor, Primal Bellow, all great single shot creature enhancers. Now, Raised by Giants, I know every green commander, as I build it, excuse me, I think, was this raised by Giants? And if it's beneficial to have my commander be a 10/10, they were probably raised by Giants, yo. The Paragon of Eternal Wilds, of course, +1/+1, and you can pass out Trample. Gauntlet of Power probably should have been in the ramp section. And then good old fashioned Overrun, because why not, right? Then we get to our removal. This is like the greatest hits of removal. We'll start with the worst. Conclave Naturalist. Yeah, I know it's 5 mana for a naturalized, but it comes on a 4/4 body, which is really, really big, especially with the double. And you just keep doubling. Haywire Might is one heck of a magic card. I'm telling you what. I love this thing. Reclamation Sage is amazing. Acidic Slime, exactly what you want. You want the removal on a body so that you get to do that double and double. Now, also, the beautiful part with Acidic Slime is you get to fabricate that Trample Touch, because we have so many ways to pass out Trample, and once Acidic Slime gets so big, yeah, it's really nature's claim, because sometimes you got to pop that Soul Ring on turn 1. Beast Within, destroy target permanents, always a beautiful thing. Deglamor, I love Deglamor because it gets rid of that pesky indestructible things. You got a Darksteel Forge? Proud for you. Shuffle it away. And then Lignify, because I love the concept of in play but useless. It doesn't kill the commander. It doesn't put it back to the command zone. It doesn't change zones at all. It's just now a 0/4 tree folk with no abilities. Yes, they can still sacrifice it, but that's going to influence your decision on what to hit anyway. You know what I'm saying? But Lignify, something, love it. Well, that leaves us with only 3 non-basic lands, a couple of cycling lands in Slippery Karst and Desert of the Indomitable, and then lastly, the Myriad Landscape, followed by, of course, an assortment of forest. Now, you'll notice that the last video was Lord of the Rings, and this one is All Will Be One. I have a ton of decks that I have built. The order is probably still going to be at random. I will pepper in a lot of the new stuff as much as I can, but I mean, it's all new stuff, right? I've got so many decks from the past 6 months that I have to show y'all. I've just been really, really busy. But we're getting caught up now, and I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for the patrons. Thank y'all. Y'all stuck with me through thick and thin, and thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it very much. And hey, thank you all for watching and liking and subscribing and all that. So, but right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.